Microphone check 1 2 1 2. This is your girl Ade Maraki. I'm on the line here about to go to the Seed organization event. Very excited. Lots of really great people who have advanced and made some major advancements and even some pioneers in their field. And so it is an honor to come to this event and showcase the talent and the young talent that's coming up as well. There will be some high school students that will be honored as well. So they honor those who are pioneers in their field and already working in their field.
She inspires me because
these kids have worked hard. They've put in the time and the energy to advance in their academia, and they're probably going off to some really cool Ivy League schools. And so we're gonna go ahead and see how they're doing and what what schools and what field of interest they're in.
this guy with the paintbrush. Check him out. Beautiful pieces.
Death and life beyond death are sitting next to me. Let us God, Allahu Akbar, wa subhanallah. Amen.
To recognize all of the fruits of labor of how this event has grown is wonderful. So I just want to say that. Thank you.
Doing a bunch of outreach activities within her community. She was a student of the Institute of Eastern African Councils on Higher Education. When asked to describe herself, used 2 adjectives, creative and curious. Yamlak has actually been a private online volunteer translator for English and Amharic.
He is described as energetic, tender-hearted, a humanitarian, talented, and enthusiastic. Starting in the 11th grade, she was taking college-level courses in history, political science, biology, college writing, to name a few. She began taking AP classes in the 10th grade.
Gifted academic talents are complemented by her equally committed dedication to empowering Ethiopian youth. She is also extraordinary in her commitment to academic excellence combined with thoughtful engagement and commitment to her various obligations. She doesn't find herself in leadership positions accidentally. She was born to be a leader. To say Michael is quite impressive is an understatement. He is a graduating senior at Clarksburg High School here in Maryland, and all I can say is he too has so many awards to count. They date back as early as 8th grade when he was recognized as the most artistic creative student. Striking is that the people who know you and the way they talk about you is quite beautiful.
I see your soul come shining through, and every time that we ooh, I'm more in love with you. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, da 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 da. Do 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 do.
I'd like to thank my Aunt Aster for helping me so much throughout, for as long as I can remember, for being the reason I'm here right now. I love you so much. Thank you. I'd like to thank my uncle Gramacho for driving me here and also for helping me since I was a child. Thank you. I love you too. I'd like to thank my wonderful parents for, again, being the reason I'm here and supporting me through all that I've done and being proud of me no matter what. I love you very, very much.
At an early age, my parents instilled into me the value of a good education. They inspired me to have the confidence to overcome the multiple hurdles along the way, and they were very involved and active in my education.
Words cannot express the immense honor that I feel as I accept this scholarship award. I also accept this award on behalf of my loving family and friends who have been with me every step of the way.
I want to start off by thanking God, my parents, my sister, and my church community. I wouldn't have made it this far or even on the stage without your abundant and consistent amount of support.
This night is very, very special for me because the young Ethiopia inside of me, the young girl inside of me, has always wanted this. Sorry. There's so much power in community, and this organization is so incredible for the work that you are doing and have done for 30 years, and it has been a blessing to be exposed to it, to be honored here tonight. It means everything to me. Thank you all for the work that you do. To these incredible students, I have to say the kids are okay. The kids are okay.
I'm sorry, I am the last, but I'm not the least, okay? So I really want to acknowledge my friends, my supporters, my coworkers, my family, especially Naomi, Abigail.
It doesn't matter what class you're from, what language you speak. It doesn't matter what color flag we wear. There is no country without the people. There are no people if we have no children.
We love or get inspired by their unusual and formidable nature, irrespective of their gender or other differences.
Thank you, Seed Foundation.
We're here with Ato Aklilu Damase, and he is one of the co-founders and director? President, thank you.
Well, thank you first of all for coming here to cover our event. This is our 30th anniversary. This is SEED, Society of Ethiopians Established in the Diaspora. This year, unlike any other year, we are celebrating about 10 outstanding high school students and 9 adult honorees and 2 organizations. This is the largest ever, and the crowd also in attendance is the largest ever. Over 1,000 increase from the days we started 30 years ago. So we are very happy about the turnout. It's running very peacefully, and I'll extend my thanks to all the people that came to support the people that we have chosen to honor.
Wonderful, wonderful. I have one question for you, because I know you're very busy right now, so I don't want to hold you up. My question is, why is it so important to honor people in your community?
Because we want to establish role models for our children. When you have people that are from your own community that have achieved, then you say, oh, I can be like him. Instead of aspiring to be like any other from a different community. And as black people, as Ethiopians, we have achieved. We have so many scientists, engineers, business executives, and so on that are exemplary role models. This model has worked for us about 30 years. Our honorees, student honorees, they see what's expected of them, but when they see an exemplary leaders right in front of them, and they know what's awaiting for them. And so that's why we pick role models from our community, because they relate to them, they appeal to them, and it shows possibility that you can excel regardless of where you came from. And the country gives them the US gives them the opportunity to excel and achieve what they want. They can always dream, achieve, succeed, and then our motto is they need to give back to society. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What would you like to see in the field of journalism for our community? Based on what it is now, what kind of changes, what kind of things, if we had to reform the field of journalism, what are 3 things that you would say need to happen?
The first thing is the diversity of the language, because now we are only focusing in Amharic language. Most of the people now from Ethiopia, they speak only in Amharic language. So we need to also work on Arabic and English and other international language. This is the first thing. And to speak up the truth, because most of our narrative is either it is politicized or something, or only ethnic base or something like that. But we are not focusing on the truth, so we have to work on that more.
Okay. And so you're talking about code of ethics, basically, the journalism code of ethics.
Yes.
Okay, what's one code of ethics that you see on a regular basis that really just gets on your nerves?
Yeah, especially when it comes to news, you mean? Yeah, when it comes to news, the first thing, it must be updated and not only focusing on the negative part of that news, always also to be truthful. That is the main thing. Yeah.
But some people can say, oh, this is my truth, and this is how I see things, and this is what I collected. I don't know what's going on a few miles down the road, you know?
Yeah, but this one, everyone has his right to explain and with his evidence. So this is when it comes to the evidence that the truth comes out. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, I'll be in touch. I'm Tzadeh for the Mosab Times, and I'm here with Yamlak Andarge, and he's one of the awardees, student awardees, and we're here talking to him to give us a little introduction about himself. So please take it away. So you said, where did you go to get your Dakon degree?
I got my Dukwina at Qidus Mariam in Addis Ababa. I went 6 years ago, like 6th grade summer before 6th grade. But yeah.
Nice. And what school are you representing?
I go to the Academy of Health Sciences at Prince George's Community College, located in Largo, Maryland.
Wonderful. And what's your field of interest?
My field of interest is biomedical engineering. I'm majoring in chemical engineering, but I hope to specialize in biomedical engineering under chemical engineering.
Nice. And tell me, how do you feel the AI or other technology, but namely AI, will impact your field for better or for worse?
I feel like, well, we already see the impacts of AI, things like ChatGPT and stuff like that. So there are some negative effects to it, but there are tremendous upsides to it, including making it easier for professionals not to make mistakes, and also just I feel like with the help, I feel like if used as an aid, it would be very integral to the progression of my biomedical engineering or chemical engineering. But yeah, that's how I believe AI will impact my field.
Well, thank you so much. Is there some advice that you have for other students, who are walking through similar, situations and in a similar journey?
The only advice I'll give is that you are what your community is, and we are a reflection of what our community is. And although there will be times where you feel like you want to do stuff on your own, just know that you have a support system in your life. It's just you choosing whether to take the advice or take the initiative to, go use that support system. Yeah, that's the best advice I could give.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best and success. Okay. Thank you, Yamlak. All right. So wait, what church can we go? We want to check you out. አብረን ለመጸለይ ማለት ነው።
ማገለግለው ደብረ ገነት መድኃኔዓለም ኢትዮጵያ ኦርቶዶክስ ቸርች ነው።
እዛ ነው የምታገለግለው? አይ በጣም አሪፍ። በጣም ደስ ይላል። መንፈሳዊው ነገር ደግሞ it's always a plus. It keeps you focused, and grounded when there's a lot of things going on around you. So how has that affected your journey? And since so 6 years ago means you did it while you were in middle school?
Yeah, since 6 years. Yeah, I mean, I started when I was younger. I feel like the best thing it did for me is protected me. When I needed to be protected, meaning usually when I was young, I'd be like, I can't go out today. I have church tomorrow morning. Or I've got to go to church. And as I got older, that protection turned into, just sense of morals and beliefs that guide me throughout my life. I even had a class that was a life without meaning or a life without beliefs is a life that's not lived at all. And I feel like living, I might have everything, you might be able to accomplish everything you want, but I feel like without having that sense of spirituality or that living without, for me at least, living without God, I feel like it's unmeaningful. So it's provided my life meaning. That's the biggest thing.
I totally agree. But I agree with your statement. But your belief. በጣም እግዚአብሔር በህይወታችን ላይ የሚመራን በጣም ትልቅ መንፈሳዊ ህይወታችን በጣም ወሳኝ ነው. I totally agree. I'm sorry to mix up the Amharic and English. Yeah, but thank you again, Yamlak. I really appreciate it. So I'm here with Ato Elias Wandumu.
African American, the only black-owned publishing house in an American university, or European or Asian universities. Oh, okay. It's quite it's sad, actually. I'm not really proud of it, we should have had more African publishers in American universities or more black editors or publishers. That tells you a lot about the industry. So
compared to them, like how many are? Tell us about the market because I don't understand the significance.
Look, for example, university presses are several hundred years old entities. Oxford University, Cambridge University are the oldest, I think. And when you compare with that, and for the only major known publishing house used to be Howard University Press. I think it lived for 39 years, and around 2011 they closed shop. And when I started publishing 25 years ago, most publishers were closing. And people, because of the digital, and people thought that I was crazy when I started publishing books because they said that books are going to be dead. Actually, there are magazines and newspapers writing about books who are going to be dead.
But do you have a digital option for the books you have?
I mean, this is the tricky question, because publishing is not the book, the printed book. Publishing is the process in which you create knowledge. So you can have an audiobook, an ebook, or a printed book. That doesn't matter. The medium doesn't matter. The trick is that. But the process of publishing is what matters. Whoever controls the process of publishing controls your narrative. By that, who will control your future? And what is edited out, what is published, what is financed, what is marketed, and what gets to your library or your bookshelf at home. That matters. Because normally black people, especially Africans, our story is not told. And it's not because that we don't have a story, it's because that the people who produce knowledge are aimed to subjugate us. The publishing industry is 600 years old. It started in Germany when Gutenberg started the printing press.
Okay, but it used to be on the hide too, right?
Exactly.
When you say publishing, you mean like
the printing press.
The modern way
The printing press, yes. But that's how books were proliferated, and they found themselves in schools, colleges, and in our homes. Yeah. And those stories don't tell our stories. Those books don't tell our stories, and that's why. But Africa, especially Ethiopia, had scripts in rocks and even in parchments. And Ethiopia has one of the oldest writing systems. So Ethiopians are not book readers. We are actually book creators. So it makes us a different entity. So to be an Ethiopian and to start a publishing business or to publish books is in our DNA. So that's why it becomes important.
So tell me about what it was like to donate 1,800 books to Abrahot's library.
Actually, the 1,800 is what I donated last year, but now we are almost finishing about 25,000 copies.
Hard copies, right?
Hard copies.
And what are is it like a wide range of topics?
Yeah, actually it's books published by university presses in the US. These are my colleagues who gave books, and then we are donating those books to the library. So far we've donated about 4,000 copies of our books that we sent a while back. So.
Nice. And Abrahot Library is like 24 hours it's open? Is that?
I think the National Library is 24 hours, but I had the utmost privilege to be asked to be a keynote speaker when the Abrahot construction was started with the mayor, the then mayor, and a year later or so, during COVID, they were able to work clockwise and finish the construction. And our responsibility as a publisher and as a reader is to give back as many books as I could. And I'm still working with them and continue to do so.
That is wonderful because books really matter and people need access to these things, right? And it would be nice if it was like more, if there were different branches throughout the country because there are?
There are many branches, not Abrahot's, but the National Library. The National Library has been doing a magnificent job, and they're opening books and donating thousands of books. And I work with them very closely, and the new director who was appointed about 5 years ago, Ikuno Amlak Mzgabu, is doing a phenomenal job, and I thank the government for appointing a person like that to that position. So there's a lot is happening in Ethiopia, and it's through knowing who we are and through knowing happening in the world, the global knowledge that will help us to transition from this ignorance and field debacle that we are going through.
Right, and the educational system,
Exactly.
right? So all of those things go hand in hand. So can we expect a book club coming from you?
No, there's actually it's a book club. It's called Tsahai Salon, and we have. Oh yes,
And
yes.
how do people engage with that?
By contacting us, we can engage them, and we have actually a Zoom version of it, and it has been phenomenal, especially during the COVID time. It was fantastically. Especially the youth are amazing, and the adult version of it is also they have been reading a lot of books, and they have been connected with our authors, and there has been a whole lot of communication within that circle.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I don't want to hold you. I know there's a lot more to the program, but I'm glad to catch you. I'm here with Ato Elias Wandumu. He's from Tsahai Publishing. And I'm Tsade Arage with the Mosab Times. I want to thank you all for staying tuned. Thank you. So what do you think about community engagement? Why is it so important?
The Ethiopian community, when I came here in 1966, it was only 11 students. But now it's approximately 300,000 Ethiopians, assuming that there are approximately 300,000 Ethiopians are expected to live around the DC metro area. And all these people, when they first came, I will say, before we even reached 500, we had to help each other. We had to educate the other one where Social Security office is, where he can go to immigration office, even a State Department, and resource, any kind of resource, hospitals, how to look for a job, and we helped each other. Because of that unity, all 300,000 Ethiopians are concentrated in the District of Columbia, in the DC metro area, because they know that we the old one, the ones that came, we came 56 years ago, we've been helping and also letting others to learn how to help, so it's like teaching training the trainer. So we've been saying, like the young ones, you have to help them because, we got here ourselves. We penetrated the mainstream through getting help from others. Therefore, I'm always for helping and involving in the community and contributing to our community. And SEED is one of the organizations that recognizes all these Ethiopians who were able to penetrate the system and educate themselves and reach the mountain. And we came here to the land of opportunity to reach the as high as we can. And those who are able to do that are being recognized by SEED. And I think we should continue that. And I think the younger generation also, when we leave, take the torch and recognize your peers.
Thank you so much. I'm Tsade with the Mosab Times, and you just heard Ethiopia Alfred. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.